This is a new design of crutch we made. We've had to take it right from the beginning because it didn't match anything that we were doing before, because our others were solid piece crutches. It has a changed underarm area which is narrowed down so that you could less space under your arm to cause chafing and whatever. It also just locks in with a couple of screw pins that go right straight through the unit. It has a sleeve down through the center section of it, and that's the adjustable part up and down. A hand hold and a spare one down at the bottom, and the reason for that is it also helps keep alignment to the upper piece when you take it apart. As you can see, there are holes on both sides to adjust it. You just pull it apart a little bit to one spring at a time. You're not going to be popping this off and on a continuous basis, so it's not that difficult to do. It only takes half a minute to go right down the whole line of holes. And a plus to this unit is that it's now two-piece. You can put that in a suitcase, carry it as a spare with you when you go on a trip or whatever, and you don't have to worry about being stuck somewhere in some backwoods or whatever, that you don't have spare crutches if something breaks. This is designed for people that have considerable damage to themselves and want good protection and safety when they're traveling, going anywhere. Putting it together is fairly easy. There's the adjustments for the various height. This particular lady wanted to be able to adjust at least 4 inches for the use of high heels and still have comfort and safety with the crutches. Putting the extra tube that just slides, this is also titanium. This strengthens it where the only weakness is in the crutches is directly in the handhold area, because there's some tendency for people that walk in various angles to put pressure down sideways. And now that's reinforced, it'll add more strength to it, more life to it. There are wearable parts, which are the buttons themselves and the handholds over time, depending upon what you're doing with your crutches. Some people it's just ordinarily walking, other people hunting, fishing, sports, whatever they're involved in. And again, just take it, you push it, play with the buttons a little, one catches before the other just slightly. And that's done so that you can do this without too much effort. Almost anybody can get it pretty quick. And there's out to the maximum distance on the crutches that she wants it adjustable for. The tips themselves, let's see if we can get one off. No, they're on there pretty tight. They have a sleeve built inside to enlarge, because they keep changing every few years. They change the hole size. So the sleeve that's over top of this tube inside can be taken off. It's only a couple of pop rivets, but that helps to anchor it into place right now. Also in the end of these tubes is a metal putty substance going in about 1 inch. And that's so that the end of the tube does not cut in, even though there's a washer inside, it doesn't cut into the rubber foot and wear it out prematurely. So you're getting a flat surface in the tube against a flat surface in the tip itself. You get better hold pattern for it. This is your forward position, this is your back position, and balancing straight up and down is no problem, because you've got an area that's almost the width of the two put together, or one in between as a balance point. So there's no problem balancing up and down. It's only when you walk forward, now you have a full cup on the ground with the rings to lock into position to bite into. And you have a larger footprint, naturally. So that's one of the biggest benefits to it. The crutches are also designed that there's no contacts on the outside. Everything's smooth, from our pop rivets that hold the base legs together up over the screws. These are long stainless steel screws that go in about halfway into the plastic. Coarse threads, they'll really bind in well. and coming up over the added sleeve, there's nothing. The buttons are kept on the inside so they won't catch or hook onto anything. The outside, the same way you could rub your hand back and forth, you're not going to hook anything. You can feel it, yes, but there's no dig into it. The same around the head, the underarm piece, rounded knobs and that. We can, if this was a pair, put magnets there. Even as a single, put a magnet there so you could lean it up against your car and it would stay in position wherever you put it. That's accessories that you have to ask for. You let us know and we can install them when we build the crutches. All our tubes that we use, all the titanium tubes, are also filled with pressurized foam, and that's so that water doesn't get in through any of the rivets or anything and lay inside of it and spill out when you lay it down on somebody's floor or carpet or whatever. And it makes it very tight. And the hardened foam inside also gives a little more structural strength to the titanium, gives a little bit more spring to it. It's just a reinforcement, same as they put in boat hulls to stiffen them up. That's what this does as well.